So Flynn wasn't in there.
Also, you might hear my dad passing in the background with the freaking leaf blower.
That's okay. I have my washing machine washing in the background.
And I probably have some kind of gust, like some kind of airplane flying over my house any minute now.
Speaking of gusts, welcome to part 8.
Yeah. It's gonna be a short one, but it's mostly just wrapping things up about what we did the last part, and Rita, finding an excuse to join us.
No, Rita saw us down and was like, I want that.
Finding Rita. Oh great, now I'm thinking of Rita as a fish.
I don't think she has. Actually, no. I don't.
Still not as creepy as that realistic flounder.
Oh God.
The live-action Little Mermaid flounder.
And because of that, I've now dated the part.
Da. Oh well.
You can't really date it because there's a new live-action Disney movie being announced every other month nowadays. So.
Just reminds me of this freaking tweet where it's just like, we used to have live-action remakes every 2 or 3 years. Now we're getting one every. Hang on, let's see if I can find it. It's a parody on that one Pacific Rim scene.
Oh.
I can't wait for the remake of the Avengers movie.
Oh no.
Which Avengers?
No, instead of it, like that remake of the Avengers movie is just going to be a CG version, all CG.
No, it's gonna be animated, and it's gonna the stars the Hulk, where he's featuring what he was doing in between movies.
I figured that.
Oh boy.
I couldn't care less who the core thief was. I would have loved it if it were Rita. I'd be done by now.
Right?
Right? Give me an excuse to stab her.
You don't need an excuse to stab anyone. Oh yeah.
I like how Yuri contradicts himself there. He's like, I don't care who the core thief was. That's the entire reason you're here, though.
He just wants to get the core back, actually.
That's right.
Yeah, but if you figure out who the core thief was, and then you find out where the core is.
Yeah, and then he gets to go back to the lower quarter and spend the rest of his life running away from Hadakor and Bacchus again. Because that's all he ever does with his life.
He doesn't run from
them.
It's
the story of Aladdin.
Take it easy.
What are you gonna do after this?
I'm gonna say my proper goodbye to Rita, even though it's not really a goodbye.
We met her for 5 minutes, Estelle.
We ran through a whole dungeon with her.
Didn't he say Torum Harbor?
Yeah. Dragon Ball 5 minutes.
Of course.
Nor and Torum are both ports of a city that extend across 2 different continents. On the Ilikian side, where
And
we
they
are
can't
now,
share
is
shit.
the port of Capua Nor.
And doing shit.
Imports are fucking ridiculous, man. Let me tell you.
God, the taxes are insane.
I mean, just look at the change on that dog. It's like $5 here. I was like, try to import that, $10. The fuck?
I saw that chain that Repeat is wearing on a website. It said 10 gold. It said the shipping would cost 5,000 gold. What the hell?
Someone help me manage my money.
Repeat the banker.
Hey, he's already in charge of all the items. Why not give him in charge of all the money as well?
Sorry, we're fresh out of jails. Repeat ate them all.
He would too.
I know I asked you to wait for me, but you sure made yourselves at home, didn't you?
I mean, what else are we supposed to do?
What ended up happening to the thief?
We're kind of stuck here. We don't have any leads.
Sorry for suspecting you.
Crying by himself in his cell, playing his bootleg Game Boy from China.
He's like,
that's somehow backwards compatible with the DS.
Your book is clipping through your arm.
Rita?
The power of having a book as a secondary weapon, I think.
We don't want to overstay our welcome. Plus, we're in a bit of a hurry.
The school of hard knocks, motherfucker.
I'm so happy to have met you, Rita. I'm afraid we have to go now. I'll thank you properly later.
Also, I found that tweet that I was talking about earlier. It's just like, in the beginning, the live-action Disney remakes were spaced from their movies by 24 years. Then 12, then 6. The last one was 4 years. Soon we could be seeing remakes every 8 hours until they're coming every 4 minutes.
God.
They're all AI generated.
That was just because of some kind of tweet about saying that they're considering a live-action Moana movie. I'm just like, what the fuck?
You've got it all wrong! Carol!
The newest one I've heard is they're doing a live-action Lilo and Stitch. Everyone's pissed off about that one.
That one I can also understand why.
I'm just indifferent.
That's how I'm dating our commentary. I'm actually mentioning the fucking movie that people are pissed about.
I just don't care.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single one of the live-action movies.
The
Not even the Aladdin one, which was memed on because of freaking Will Smith being the genie. Even that didn't entice me.
The last
No.
Disney licensed movie I've ever seen that I've ever watched in a theater was No Way Home, and I don't see myself seeing any other Marvel or Disney in the near future.
Now I'm really worried.
You guys fucked up somewhere. You know what? No, I can't trust you.
You guys are all fuck ups, so I'm coming with you to make you look smarter.
Even though me being here
begins.
just makes you look stupider in comparison.
Estelle, I'm pretty sure you're like 3 years older than her.
He is, actually.
She's like, yeah, road trip.
Because I think there's a skit that pops
Estelle,
up in a little bit, but Rita is, I think, 14 or 15, and Estelle's 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta check this again. And this is very important, I think.
Oh, here we go again.
That is just
Don't touch Victoria. Don't touch Victoria.
Too bad.
All right,
I just
names her Blastia.
I just imagine that Rita treats her Blastia like Gollum treats the ring.
Oh no.
I don't think
Rita precious.
Which is funny because she gave us the Sorcerer's Ring, and we're still hanging on to that.
When we left the capital,
Well, I mean, she's not going to do anything with it.
Now Carol and Rita have
I mean, we're talking Lord of the Rings stuff.
What if that ring was just a ring of was just like a ring of 5, and all 5 of them together created Captain Planet?
easy on the young captain.
I was waiting for you to say it was a lantern ring.
No. Oh.
Big
The
game.
less we talk about that movie, the better.
Who said anything about it being a reference to the movie?
Exactly.
It's just the right trick to hide your minuscule size.
You want to look bigger to
Bitch.
fool the enemies.
I don't know why. I just
Like, Estelle, you
my
have,
brain's not here.
like Rita, you have no room to talk. You're barely a foot taller than Carol.
So, changing your appearance doesn't change who you
And you're still more important than Carol.
Tell us right now if you are.
Yeah, Carol gets his arc sooner or later.
There's nothing to worry about.
I hope that's not another one of your clever tricks.
And by sooner or later, I mean much later.
You're about as useful as Stinky right now.
She's a hold the fuck up.
The tree's already
Shit.
blooming? I told
It's
you.
been
Man.
blooming for a while already.
Man, we've been gone for an hour and it's already fall. What the fuck?
Fuck off.
Bam! Yay! Now they
Judo
started
chop!
the running gag of Rita beating the shit out of Carol.
Judo chop!
Do you mean Flint?
Quite literally, Carol is just like the Krillin or Yamcha of the group. Like, he'll call people out, but because he's comparatively not that
He's Carol.
strong, yeah, because
He's
it's Carol,
He's Carol.
he always gets the shit end of the stick. And,
Like I said, he'll eventually get his arc, but right now, poor Carol.
He's like Double D. He'll get his ass kicked, but knows everything.
yeah, exactly.
So we're just waiting for that one time where he finally snaps and yells at everybody.
I'm just reminded of that one Ed and Eddie episode where they have Double D wrestle Plank and he just gets his ass kicked by a piece of wood. Great.
Plank kicks the shit out of a lot of kids in that show.
Because it's Plank.
That's not even enough for 10 orange shells.
You must have done something.
Man, what a fucking rip.
I don't know why orange gels specifically got more and more expensive as the franchise went on.
Because they realized how abusive it was.
No, because
Yeah.
once you get to Tales of Arise, orange gels are like 5,000 gold. It's like, what the shit?
Again, they found out how abusable it is.
Yeah, because all you need is a healer in your party, have them spam first aid, and then you just heal their TP back up. That's it.
But the
You
way
never
that-
even
Yeah.
have to use apple gels or any other
but the
healing
way-
stuff.
Yeah, but there's
All I used was miracle gels, and we're good.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
there's no TP in the franchise anymore. They stopped using that after.
No,
Alien 2.
TP is pretty much it's used across everyone. I know in Arise it's the SP system where if any party member uses a healing spell or something to help another party member.
Yeah, you have an MP pool for everyone instead of having individual MP.
And that's why it's way more expensive in Arise because they're
Which
trying
I'm
to get
kind of
people.
half and half on. Which I'm kind of half and half on because that honestly makes Arise harder than it should be.
Well, I
Because
mean-
half your
Christ.
team just
I'm
uses
sorry, I hate to interrupt, but when Estelle said I have to, Flynn, I thought she said I have to fly.
I have to go now. Flynn needs me.
I have to go. My kingdom needs me. And you see the slide.
Jesus Christ.
On the subject of Estelle's kingdom, they obviously don't need her that much, considering she hasn't been there in like. I'm
They
assuming
still have a
it's been
king. They still have a king.
I'm just going off like I'm assuming they've at least been out of the capital for about a month at this point, gameplay wise, and no one seems to be questioning that Estelle is gone.
The king's like, she'll be back within a month.
Sir, it's been a month. I know. Give her another
Yeah,
one.
she's good.
You and Estelle are both human.
Yeah, Estelle's sir. Estelle's has gone missing. Oh no, we should send out. She's with Yuri. Oh, never mind.
Estelle's honest. Good. Unlike you
Ah,
and me.
Yuri again.
God fucking damn it.
I was like, sir, Estelise is gone. Just send Flynn. He'll find her eventually. But we already sent Flynn out on another mission. Yeah, and she'll find him eventually.
Carol and Estelle are waiting for us.
Seriously, that girl won't leave him alone.
Like she got a crush on him or something. No, she doesn't.
Have you seen the boy band posters in her room with Flynn's picture on every single person's face on?
Oh God.
she just takes every picture of Flynn and just cuts his face off and puts it on every single face of boy bands.
God damn it.
Guess we're lucky to get to see something so amazing.
I'd say it's more abnormal than amazing.
And then
What did you guys do?
And then you go to Rita's house. She just does the same thing with Plastia. She has boy band posters, but replace everyone's face with plastic cores.
Sure, why
Okay,
not?
that's hot.
I don't know where I'm getting this. I'm just making shit up at this point.
See, there we go.
I have paperwork.
You back to the capital, and then we can clamp Yuri in chains where he belongs.
Atticor looks like Dick Dastardly in armor.
He does.
I'm serious. He looks like Dick Dastardly. Look at him. He has the face that only a fist could punch.
Exactly.
I love how every time everyone says Yuri's full name, they always elongate his last name for some reason.
Yeah.
I think the funniest part that LeBlanc just approaches Estelle. Please, you must return to the kingdom. No. Okay, take your time.
That's okay. I mean, what's he
It's like
gonna
they-
do? Manhandle the princess? Then he's gonna
It's
get
like
himself
these three-
screwed.
It's like these three are the only ones trying to bring her back. No one else in the capital seems to give a shit.
because they have bigger things to worry about, like like money.
Like teaching Yuri how to do extra shit by beating the crap out of them.
Oh, hey, look, a new bar.
A new bar. I imagine you saying that, and Yuri's just looking at the local bar.
Like while they're
Speaking
just
of-
monologuing towards Yuri, like he's looking in the distance. He sees the old mayor just chugging like some really expensive wine. He's like, damn, that looks good.
He
Speaking of a shared
just
pool-
completely tunes him out.
Speaking of a shared pool of stuff, this is one of the things that kind of annoyed me at first about Vesperia, is that everyone shares the same overlimit bar, which
What?
can screw you over a lot, because like if you're about to use it, but then the AI uses it, then you're screwed and you have to wait
But-
for theirs to run
But
out.
here's the easy fix: let the AI never use it.
I know.
Like, you could set it up in the strategy, and by default, they're set to not use overlimit.
I know. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's a thing that can happen. I'm not saying it's always gonna happen.
I mean, to be fair, most of the time, I kind of forget that the overlimit's even there to begin with, unless once I get it high enough, and then we can do Mystic Arts. But
Yeah,
it does have its uses earlier on, but I don't really feel the need to use it. And it's not even because, like, I want to save it for a special occasion. I just forget it.
That's fair.
In my case, I always save it for boss fights.
Yuri, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's very helpful on some boss fights, especially in the next one.
We're coming to
But
favorite
the one thing
boss
that's
fight.
the one thing
I
that's
get the
shared
shit
across
hooked on you.
all of the overlimits, regardless of level, is that you could chain normal attacks and arts perfectly fine. The only problem, earlier levels really suck because you just notice right there, Outercore went into overlimit, and he has super armor in his overlimit. We
Yes.
don't.
Hey, gotta make it challenging somehow.
Yeah, we don't get super armor on our overlimits until level 4, and by that point, you're invincible in level 4 overlimits. So
So what's the point?
yeah, it's just all like, well, the super armor's there to make sure you don't get interrupted at least, but at that point, you're literally invincible while you're in that
And
level
you're
overlimit.
And
You know what would have been funny?
Eh?
You know what would have been funny? If every time you rematch these guys, you have Estelle in the party, they just never attack Estelle ever, even when she's by herself.
I mean, that is a mechanic that happens in some games.
That would be hilarious, though. you could just have Estelle by herself and beat the shit out of both of them, and they refuse to attack her at all.
That would have been a nice touch.
That would have been hilarious.
She says she's not going back, so
How'd you miss the block?
Got him.
No,
Yeah,
she
three.
shot in the middle. She shot the middle, completely avoiding him entirely.
Yeah, but the explosion hit all three of them.
what is it this time?
Also, those guys are losers.
What do you mean?
I'll explain later. Carol.
Yeah, those guys aren't suspicious at all. Nobody seems to question it, ever.
It's west.
Man, we stick out like a sore thumb. We better
Over on Big
change.
Hill, and Capo Nor is right there.
We? Looks at Estelle.
Alright, let's go now then.
No. Those guys that Yuri saw, they look like they came out of Splinter Cell.
What do you really want to do? Keep traveling with us?
I can see that.
Go home. I'm going to keep traveling.
You come with us, or go? You can just come with us or go home. Why can't I do both? That's not how this works.
We don't.
Just get over here.
What's it called? It's like we don't have drones yet.
Is that an ultimatum? I love those. Here's mine. Either die to them or die to me.
I like that. I do like the design of the assassins. They look like they came out straight out of. They look like they came out of Splinter Cell. Because look at those freaking goggles.
I know, right?
But yeah, that's really it for that part. The next one, we're going over Emmead Hill, and that's gonna suck. Mostly for me, because I decided to go for every secret mission as soon as they are available. Which
I get the shit. I get the shit on you.
Yeah, the game
And I
gets
get
the
to
shit on
remind-
me.
And I get to remind myself how annoying it was for me to do it when I did it in the Switch version.
And I get to gloat about it because I did it on my first try.
Hey,